Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to this Shardeum node installation guide. Today I will be showing you how to install a node from fresh, from buying the server to logging into your server to setting up the server um, and setting up your node. And then after that, I will show you how to activate your node and how you can keep your node updated whenever there is an update. So yeah, let's get right into it. It's gonna be pretty easy. Shardium has made the docs very easy to navigate. So for newer users, it is really easy to install a node. First of all, you want to look at the minimum hardware requirements. We're gonna need these to choose the correct VPS. For Shardium, you need a minimum of 250 gigabytes of SSD storage. Um, a quad-core CPU and 16 gigabytes of RAM. So when we go to our provider, which will be Contabo, it is the cheapest one out there, and it works pretty good. It has been they have been doing private servers since 2003, um, and we will be choosing this one because it has 6 cores, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it offers 400 gigabytes of SSD. You can choose for NVMe, but you would have to choose a more expensive server. NVMe is only faster than SSD, so you can install a node faster, but the speed will not compensate for the difference in volume. So just go for the SSD, it's cheaper and you don't really need the NVMe speed. So choose the Cloud VPS 2, you press select, and you get to this screen. So if you pay, first of all, you have to select your term length, right? So if you want to pay monthly, you will pay a one-time setup fee, which is €6, and after that you will continue to pay the 9.50 a month. It's actually 11.50 because you add the taxes aren't added on it, so this will be €11.50 a month. Let's say you want to pay for 12 months, then you don't pay the setup fee. So it is cheaper to pay for 12 months. The setup fee becomes cheaper if you do 6 months, and it's also cheaper if you do 3 months. I personally just do it. I will just prolong it every month because, yeah, I just felt like doing that. But just do for this whatever you want. If you want to do monthly, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, doesn't matter. Just if you do select 1 month, don't forget to prolong your server and to make sure that it doesn't expire and that your node goes offline like that. That would be a really big shame. So just make sure that your server stays up running all the time. For the region, you will just choose European Union Germany or whichever is the free version for you. That would work the best. Storage type, you choose 400 gigabytes SSD because if you go to the minimum requirements, it says 250 gigabytes. So you get even more than that, which is nice. And you don't have to pay extra for any of these. So for the operating system, you will be wanting to use Ubuntu 22.04 or whichever is the most recent version whenever you're watching this tutorial. Currently it is 22.04 and you want to be using this operating system. Then finally for your login and password, your username on Contabo is always root. And you can generate a random password here. And you need to copy and paste this into a notepad. I've already done it for my server. Um, so when we get to the logging in part, I can copy paste it from my notepad. Also, you cannot find your password anywhere after you generate it, so you really have to like keep in store. And if you, let's say you forget to copy paste this password into a notepad, then you can always reinstall your password, which is not that hard. So it is not the end of the world, but to save yourself some trouble, just generate a password and copy and paste it into a notepad. Save the notepad, problem solved, right? So for object storage, networking, and add-ons, you don't need to do any of these. You can just keep the free version. You go to next and you do fill out the payment stuff. I obviously already have a server. I'm not going to be paying for a new one right now. But that's essentially everything you need to know for the hardware requirements. and the operating system and the password. That's all you need to know for this. So once you have your server and you're logged in onto your Contabo account, obviously sign up, make an account before you do any of this. That is necessary. Once you're logged in, you'll come on this page and you will press your services, because that is where you will eventually find your server. It may take some time for your server to um, pop up on here. It can take up to an hour, I think, or 2 hours. So please don't freak out when your server doesn't pop up after 10 minutes. Just wait. Just be patient. Most of this, if something doesn't work or load, just be patient and wait a little bit, and you will be fine. And if it doesn't work after like an hour or so, you can um, reach the support, but that doesn't really happen. So once you're here, you want to be downloading Putty. I already have it installed. I will leave a link to where you can download Putty in the typed part of the guide. All the links required for this will be in the guide as well, but just obviously I cannot link it in the video, so it will be in the description or in the guide itself or whatever. So you choose your server. Well, this is my server, and you copy and paste the IP address. It's the IP, not IPv6. It is this IP right under your server name. You paste it in here, and then you open your server. You get this pop-up when you log in for your server for the first time, or you connect to your server. You're not logged in yet. Once you've connected to your server, it asks you to log in. You type your username, which is root on Contabo. Always it is root. You press enter. Then it asks for your password. This can be a little tricky for people who have no experience with terminals at all. Trust me, it is not that difficult. If you want to copy paste something in a terminal, don't use the Ctrl V hotkey. You can only use right click and then you enter. That's how you paste your password into your terminal. If you have pasted your password into the terminal, you press enter and you get to this portion of the terminal. This means you are logged into your server. As you can see, it says Contabo, welcome to Ubuntu 22.044. So now that you have logged into your server, you can get started with installing the necessary commands. And this is where the official docs comes into play. This is for every node. It's the same. You can find the node installation always in the official docs, so you don't have to use any guide really from Twitter. The Shardeum node docs is really easy to use because they even include commands to install and update and get Docker and stuff, which some nodes they don't include it directly in their docs. So this one is really easy. You don't need to look up any other commands. You can all just go from top to bottom, copy paste it from this docs. So this is where you start with this command sudo apt-get install curl. You press this button to copy it, and you right click and you press enter. As you can see, an output appears, and you just have to wait for it to install and load. Not getting an output from a command doesn't mean it is not working. This is a mistake I made at the start of working with nodes, was thinking that no output meant that the code doesn't work, but that's not the case. And yeah, you pretty much just go copy and paste these commands. It's really not that difficult, as you can see. And for Shardium, you won't be needing any private keys or anything. You can just use your MetaMask, but I will show you. I will show you later. So after sudo apt update, I would always do this one as well, because you can upgrade some packages to keep everything upgraded and updated. It's not in this docs, but I would definitely type it out. So it's sudo apt upgrade. You type it out after sudo apt update. When the output gives you this, do you want to continue? You press yes, so Y, and then you press enter. and then this output will appear, and as you can see, it will start loading now and installing. So yeah, once this installation is done, I will come back to you. Okay, and we're back. So the upgrade is now done. So we will continue using the commands. So the next one is to install docker.io. So again, you copy, right click, and you press enter. Um, you wait for it to give you an output. There you go. And this will start installing now. So once this installation is done again, I will be back. Oh, there we go. So after sudo the docker sudo command, it will give you this output, and you press Y, enter. So Y is for yes, of course, and it will start installing. So once again, I will be back once this is done. Okay, we're back. Um, so Docker is installed now, and to check if it is on the correct version, you use this command. You can also just copy and paste it from here, and the output will tell you the version. So this is the correct version, that's good. Next, you want to install Docker Compose. So again, you copy, paste, enter, and you will get this output again. Um, and it will install. So once this is done, I will get back to you. So this command has been done installing. So you want to use this command next. Um, paste, done. It doesn't give an output. As I told you guys earlier, command doesn't have to give an output for it to work. So you use this command to check if your Docker Compose is installed, and the output says Docker Compose version 1.29.2. That's the current version, so that's good. Now you're done installing all the necessary essentials for your node. So now you want to go to the second step, and that's to actually install the node and validator. And all you do for this step is copy and paste this command. So copy, paste it with right click, press enter. Now you will get this output, and you press Y, enter. And for all these next outputs, what base directory, you just press enter, and it will everything will just go to the default settings, which is perfectly fine. If you want to do custom settings, you can read the docs and install your own custom settings. If you do not give a shit about the custom settings, you can just press enter and you will get the default settings. Perfectly fine. Press Y here, enter, set the password. So this is the password you will be using to log into your Shardeum dashboard. Um, you can make this as complex as you want. I will personally just be typing in my password, and then you press enter once you have completed filling in your password. The port you want to use, so it can be a port ranging between these two numbers, or the default is 8080. Just press enter if you want the default. I just always do default settings on everything on this, because I don't really care about the custom settings. So I just press enter on all of those, and then it will start installing the node. It will start executing all the commands, and you'll just have to wait again for it to install. So once this is done running, I will get back to you again. So I've had a little bit of an error where I recorded the last bit of the video, but my microphone was muted, so I have to redo that part, and obviously I already did all this stuff, so it's kind of hard to give you the best visual representation possible, but I will try my best anyways, to work with what I have. So so once your installation is done of your node, you can use your IP and the port. We use the default setting, so the default port is 8080. Then what you want to do is, well, you want to log in using the password that you typed in when you were installing the node on the last step. Then you will get here, you'll see this dashboard with node status, staked, Shardeum, reward Shardeum, and version info. This will show you probably stopped because your node hasn't turned on yet. This will also show you 0 because you haven't staked any yet. And this will also show you 0 because it hasn't validated yet. But once your node goes into validation mode, this will start going up. And finally, the version info. This will show you what version, validator version you're running. This is nice to check if you are up to date or not. Then you want to go to maintenance. Here you want to connect with your MetaMask wallet, and it will ask you to add the Shardium chain. You want to add that RPC so you can go into the Discord, the official Shardium Discord. You can make an account. You use the faucet right here. Type /faucet address, and you put in your MetaMask address. Just to make sure you guys are using the correct faucet. You have two ones, the faucet bot 2.1 and the Sphinx validator bot. You can only use the Sphinx validator bot because this will give you a permission error. So use this one, the Sphinx validator bot faucet. You type it in. I obviously already used the faucet, so I have to wait 12 hours to claim again. But if you it's the first time using it, then you will not have this problem. Then after using that command, you'll have to wait for a little bit. It can take up to an hour depending on how slow the network is. The network has been surprisingly slow since the update, so be aware it can take some time. After you receive your Shardium, you want to stake it here, minimum of 10, you will get 15. So, and after you stake it, you want to turn on, or you want to turn on your node, then you want to stake, and then once you've staked, it will go into waiting for network. And then after it's in waiting for network, it should go into standby mode. There have been troubles and errors with people having the waiting for network status a lot longer than normal. That's probably because of the most recent update kind of screwing with the network a little bit. I've been personally coming across a lot of problems as well, a lot of errors, but it should be getting fixed soon. And if you have any troubles, I would just suggest you go into the Shardium Discord and ask people around if they can maybe help you. But that's pretty much it for the Shardium node. Once everything is done successfully, this will go into standby. Please don't be afraid that it's not validating. Validators are selected completely randomly out of, I believe now it is 1,000 validators total. So if it is in standby, that is perfect. Your node is completely working correctly. If it's in waiting for network, just wait for it to go into standby. It can take some time. Please don't be afraid of that. And yeah, so the final part of this tutorial, I guess, is how do you actually update your node. So I will show you guys shortly how you have to do that. Alright, so we're back to show you how to update your node. This is the final bit of the video. It's really easy to keep your node updated. All you have to do is open up PuTTY again and log into your server. So log in root, use your password, boom. There we go. Now we're logged in. And all you do is you go to the official docs for Shardium, and you run the same script. Well, it's this script, but it's the exact same script as the one you ran to install the node. So if you scroll up, I can show you the output it will give you, because running it for me is now kind of pointless because there is no update. But if you would run this script, it is the exact command you ran for installing the node, and you will get the exact same output. So you will get, by running this node installer, you agree to allow Shardium team to collect this data. You press Y, enter, Y, enter. It will ask you if you want to keep the same password or set a new one. You can choose yourself. And then again, if you want to just use the default settings, you press enter, 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 and it will start updating your node. So that is also how you keep your node updated. And that's pretty much it. That's how you install, that's how you rent a server, log into your server, install the essentials, install the node, open your dashboard, stake your Shardium, and activate your node, and also how to keep your node updated. So everything you need to know to be running a Shardium node for now has been covered in this video. So if you have any questions, you can always um, add me on Discord, and you can ask me, or you can go into the Shardium Discord, and you can ask people around there too. They're also the community is pretty helpful, so I recommend you guys doing that if you are struggling. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any feedback for me to maybe improve upon my next tutorials, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.